सर्वेभ्यः प्रार्थनया प्रारम्भं कुर्मः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणे विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। हरिः ओं तत्सत्। अस्माभिः गतकक्ष्यायां धातूनां केषाञ्चन रूपाणां ज्ञानं प्राप्तम्। इदानीम् अग्रे गमनात् प्राक् गणे केचन प्रश्नाः सन्ति। प्रश्नानां के सक्षम उत्तरं सम्पूर्णतया दातुम् अहम् असमर्थः। I am not capable of giving a very extensive answer to some of the questions because they go into the deep end of grammar, and I myself have to take help from pundits and superiors to understand because they are not the often visited portions. I can understand the curiosity, but it is better to focus on utility first at this stage in our life of Samskritam. Better to understand utility rather than going to technicality and things like that. So I would give a limited answer to one of the questions. So one of the questions was to put in Samskritam, Keshanchana dhatunam karmani rupam prayojaka rupam cha samyam bhajate va. Do some dhatus have similar forms in karmani and prayojaka rupa? Syat tatha. I am not, able to give a definitive yes or a definitive no. Okay. Sampurnam maya drishtam jnatam va na. अस्मिन् स्तरे सामान्यानाम् अत्युपयुक्तानाम् अथवा अत्युपयोगीनां धातूनाम् अथवा रूपाणां ज्ञानं प्राप्नुमः. Let us focus on the essentials at this level, not get lost in technicalities. It is nice, it feels good to get lost in technicalities, and but it's not utilitarian. प्रयोजकानाम् अपि कर्मण्यां स्थापयितुं शक्यते. We had discussed this, that it is possible that the prayojaka rupas also can be in karmani perhaps, and not that we see extreme usages of such things, but probably it is feasible to construct those. Perhaps like this. Again, I have put a red line to prayaha because I am not any authority, nor am I claiming what I am going to state here is the definitive thing. Gam goes to gacchati in lat. We are very familiar with that. And it goes to gamyate in karmani form of lat. Okay, nothing new there. So we know this is, I would like us to focus on this much. Okay? Not get lost further, because the intent of this Parichaya Stara is not to teach Prayojaka Rupa. So just I wanted to show you that there is a variant, and there also there is a niche Prayoga and some kind of similar transformation happening. So be aware. It was more alert rather than a teaching, that, be aware. So let us just look at this thing now. So Gam Gacchati, in Kattari we have Ramah Nagaram Gacchati, Karta, Karma, Kriya. Prathamayam, Dvitiyayam, Prathama Purushecha, Gacchati iti Kartari, Artat Kartaram Anusarati Gacchati iti. So Ramaha Nagaram Gacchanti iti bhavati. तो अत्र कर्मण्यां कथं भवति? रामेण नगरं गम्यते. नगरम् इति नपुंसके, परन्तु अत्र तु प्रथमा विभक्ति रूपं भजते. तो अत्र रामः, इदानीं कर्ता रामः तृतीयायां रामेण इति तृतीया विभक्तिरूपं प्राप्यते. तो तर्हि रामेण नगरं गम्यते. गच्छति इति गम्यते इति भवति. नगरम् इति एकवचनं, तो तथैव गम्यते इति एकवचने. तो नगराणि गम्यन्ते इति बहुवचने तत्र रूपं. रामेण नगराणि गम्यन्ते. एतत्तु सामान्यं अस्मिन् स्तरे एतस्य ज्ञानम् एव प्रधानम्. We are happy to move in this circle at this present moment. Already Karmani is not so intuitive because it's not so intuitive in our mother tongue, so we struggle with it, but it is nice to see that it is very nicely supported in Samskrita. Now, there is also this Prayojaka Rupa. So, Gam goes to Gamayati in Prayojaka Rupa. Lat Anich Kartari, we call it Anich version. Okay. So, Gamayati. Basically, what happens is the dhatu changes to Gami and then goes to Gamayati. And as far as I can see in the dhatu tables explained in ashtadhyayi.com, I see that they are presented in both Atmanepadi and Parasmaipadi. So Gamayati is the Parasmaipadi Rupa and Atmanepadi Rupa is Gamayate. I am at a loss at present. I have to ask the experts whether in Kartari itself the Atmanepadi also is feasible to be used. Is there any such restriction? But my current inference is because no special note has been made by Nilesh Bodaswarya there. He has presented both Atmane and Parasmai Rupas for Anich versions. So I are Prayojaka Rupas. So I assume that they can be freely used in either form as you desire. So you could say Ramaha Lakshmanam Gamayati or Ramaha Lakshmanam Gamayate, perhaps. And also Gam Dhatu, which is normally not a Dvikarmaka. Okay. It is a Sakarmaka for sure, but it is not a Dvikarmaka. So here, but Gamayati seems to, in my mind, as a normal human being, when the question arises, when Rama makes Lakshmana go, doesn't a karma also apply to the Gamana Kriya? Lakshmanam Gamayati, Lakshmana becomes the karma for Rama in Gamayati. Correct. Okay, but I think Lakshmana's karma of the Gamana Nagaram belongs as a Dvitiya karma pada for Gamayati, is my opinion. So it is kind of intuitively correct to state Rama Lakshmanam Nagaram Gamayati. Rama makes Lakshmana go to the Nagara, like that. Okay, so potentially now, why can't we say that in Karmani is the question that comes next? It seems that it is definitely feasible. So conveniently, obviously, you have to pick the Atmanepadi Rupa only. You cannot pick the Parasmai Rupa for Anich table. So I am picking Atmanepadi Rupa. Now I am not expert enough to know something new will happen like Gamayate or Gamayate, something transformation. I have to ask the experts. Okay, there isn't any ready reference already available, ready infrastructure available to teach us those forms. Okay, probably these are advanced level, and those who follow Paninian grammar with Paninian sutra knowledge, etc., can only really understand to form these things. So at this moment, I am proffering this form as a current solution, placeholder solution for us if we wish to twist ourselves to say this. Ramena Lakshmanaha Nagaram Gamayate. So Nagara becomes the normal karma pada for the Gamana Kriya, and Lakshmana becomes the transferred karta of Gamayate. Okay, so potentially this is the form. I cannot place any bets myself on what I have stated there. I will go to my normal who is accessible to me, present to them this material and ask them to see if there is a food for thought to correct these things. Okay, so this much I will say and move on. I apologize that I won't be able to help you more than this. Any further questions on this?
No, sir. Thank you so much. This is very helpful.
No, sir.
So don't trust me fully on this last blue-gray statement. I will inquire. I didn't have enough time to come back with inquiry, etc. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So now the other question was fairly straightforward. Okay, I have a very special guest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I have sent a request to unmute to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who is it? Haan, Variye? Sir, what is your name? Huh? Okay, don't worry. Continue attending. I think probably.
Mahodaya, I had put one question regarding in Kartari Prayoga, the Kartru will always be in Prathama Vibhakti. But there are some sentences like Mahyam Naduram Rochate and things like that, where it doesn't.
Have you attended my first ever class, sir?
No, sir. Sorry.
No, please actually go to the recordings, okay, and attend my first class where I have gone through the Vibhakti forms, why they are used under different circumstances. It is actually a summary lesson of the grammar learnt in the Pravesha level.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
So your question is shows complete lack of knowledge of Pravesha itself. So I was surprised.
Yes, sir, I agree, but I wanted a clarification.
I know, but please kindly attend my first recording. Okay, that will become clear. I will show you a couple of slides anyway. So what is your good name?
My name is Venkatesh Murthy, sir.
Venkatesh Murthy Varya. For some reason, you are logged in as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was surprised. Okay.
Oh, I have no idea, Mahodaya.
Okay. All right. So the next question from someone was about, I think maybe Usha Varya or somebody. Atra stitaha adhikare vadanti. She got confused by the displacement of adhikare and saying that is this actually administrator like that? No, this is not administrator word. This is the in administration form of the word. That means here standing in administration, the people, they say vadanti. So what we essentially have to do first with this kind of verses is reorder the words for normal vakya krama. Okay, what is this normal vakya krama? So prapratamam asmabhihi anvaya vakyam rachaniyam. At first, by us, the sentence order has to be established. What is the basic sentence order? The basic players in sentence order are three: karta, karma, kriya. Where karma is there, it's not there, karta, kriya. Okay, kriya comes in the end is the thing. That is the very basic view. Next view is the karta can have visheshanam, or in fact, it can have more than one visheshanam. Then karma can have visheshanam, more than one visheshanam. They have to come before karma. Karta's visheshanams have to come before karta. Kriya visheshanam has to come close to kriya. Okay, jhatiti gacchati, tvaraya gacchati, these kind of things. Okay, so now also obviously it won't be just the play of karta, karma, and kriya. There is play of other vibhaktis, words of other vibhaktis. We have seen I have made a kind of a pictorial showing the kriya in the center and the words in different vibhaktis around it. So they also start playing here. In their in a phrase wise, we have to see what belongs where and order them. You can show them in any order, but there is some, usually mother tongue also has certain order. Similar way, Samskritam, spoken Samskritam has a certain order that can benefit and simplify our inferencing of the sentence when talking from A to B. When it is in a padya, it is sometimes displaced because of vritti requirements, lagu guru requirements in various positions. They do that. Okay, so another thing, the next complication of sentence order is there is a concept of gauna kriya and pradhana kriya. So the gauna kriya, like clausal verbs, we call them gatva, shrutva, this kind of tvantas and some other similar gauna kriyas. They are all namapadas, by the way. Remember, gauna kriyas are namapada. Why we call them gauna kriya is because they are subordinate to pradhana. They are subordinate to pradhana. Ramaha Sitam Prishtva Aranyam Gacchati. Ramaha Aranyam Gacchati is the Pradhana Kriya. But Kim Kritva Sitam Uktva. Sitam Uktva. Having told Sita, he left for the forest. This is a new Rama. Okay. So this kind of Gauna Kriya there is Uktva, having told, like that. Okay. So, but the Tvanta is an avyaya. It is a namapada there. but it is a Gauna Kriya. Nevertheless, it embeds the Kriya or the action. Sometimes the Kriya, Gauna Kriya is personified like Gachan, Kshatrantas, Shanajantas, these kind of things they come. And sometimes they are Avyayas, etc. Gauna Kriyas. Also, there are other types of connectors for primary and subordinate sentences. You know, yada, tada, yadi, tarhi, yat, tat. This kind of variant avyaya pairs are available. Okay, or pada pairs. I should not commit avyaya there. Pada pairs are available to have subordinate phrases and primary phrases in a complicated sentence. Okay? So that also we have to be aware. Now this whole thing, I have just shown 4 bullets. The very purpose of this Pravesha, Parichaya, Shiksha, Kovida, etc. is to keep on teaching you this Anvayakrama over time, more and more complex versions. Okay? They have carefully in these books chosen verses so that the complexity is suitable for that level. Okay, so now for this verse that was chosen, atra stitaha adhikare vadanti. So that one, if you just pull that piece, it looks hard. But if you see the whole verse, sarvan puchavato haya iti vadanti atra adhikare stitaha, it's completely clear. Atra adhikare stitaha adhikarinaha. See, that's what I have put here. Adhikarinaha is the inferred interpretation of adhikare stitaha. Those who are standing in adhikara, who are they? Adhikarinaha. Okay, adhikari, adhikarinau, adhikarinaha. Adhikarin, nakaranta shabda. Pullinga. Okay, adhikarinaha. So, atra adhikare stitaha janaha. That also we can say. Sarvan puchavataha hayaha iti. Moment iti comes there is a quoted clause coming there, right? Quoted clause coming there, especially if it is not one word, then it is a clausal udgara. Somebody saying something iti. So, sarvan puchavataha hayaha is a statement on its own right. Iti vadanti, so they say. So they are putting this in the mouth of the adhikaris, or this kavi is putting this phrase in the mouth of the adhikaris. What it means in normal, let us say Kannada, illi adhikaradalli nintavaru ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಬಾಲವಿರುವವು ಕುದುರೆಗಳು ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. See how similar to Sanskrit grammar the Kannada grammar goes. Or in my best capability of Hindi, इधर अधिकार में खड़े हुए ब्रैकेट्स लोगों ने सभी गधों जैसा पुच्छा होने वाले अश्व है ऐसे बोलते हैं. Like this. Okay. So sorry for my tuta futa Hindi. So that is how you would say in Hindi is roughly how you would say in Samskrita. Here and there are some subtleties of Sanskritam order, but okay. So now there are 2 more phrases, obviously. There are many sentences in this verse. Raja taihi upadishtam eva manute. The king, by them the spoken, indeed he accepts and follows. Manute, he accedes to those things only. That means Rajano avarinda ಹೇಳಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದನ್ನೇ ನಂಬುತ್ತಾನೆ. राजा ने उन्होंने से बता हुए चीजों को ही, all that I have to say in Hindi, in my best Hindi, मानता है. Manute is मानता है. ठीक है? So that is how we go. Pare sabhasadasyaha tatasthaha. Sabhasadasyaha, why I have put here, who are the pare? Who are the others? Sabhasadasyaha tatasthaha. Apare atava pare sabhasadasyaha tatasthaha. Other courtesans are passive. They are useless. They are not intervening despite knowing the truth. So this is the explanation for this. How you do the bring the words according to their vibhakti into the correct order in a sentence, then it will start becoming clear. Because you know in your mother tongue only in a certain order, you get confused by this kavi's order. That's all. But Sanskritam, because of vibhakti pratyaya, generates no confusion. Any questions for this?
Sir, is it possible to substitute in this word, in this sentence, Raja Tehi Upadishtam Eva Manute? Can we substitute Upadesham for Upadishtam? Would it mean the same thing?
No, here in the you have to put this Upadishtam in as a karma for the Manute. Tesham Upadesham atava Taihi Upadishtam. Do you see the difference?
Okay.
The
Okay.
Upadesha of theirs or that which is Upadeshad by them. Okay? Subtle
Okay.
difference.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, sir. Right. Got it, sir.
Sir, this Sarvan Pruchhavatah Hayaha, Pruchhavatah, why is it singular?
It is Bahuvachana. Who said it is singular?
Oh,
Puchhavan,
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 Puchhavan.
Puchhavatau, Puchhavataha.
Okay.
Something like that. And my guess again. I see, Bhagini, you're not getting a classical Sanskrit Pandit in me, sadly.
No, sir, you
I
are
can't
not
say this
good.
with any authority, but it is Bahuvachana. That much I will say with authority.
Yes,
Okay?
yes. Thank you, sir.
Sir, Manute is
Atmanepadi, yes.
Atmanepadi.
Manute is Atmanepadi.
Pare, what is the vibhakti of pare, sir? How does it come about?
It is others, so it is Prathama. Because you see, Tatastaha teaches us about the vibhakti of Pare.
Paraha, is it? Paraha?
How do you know Paraha? Pare is the form, others in Bahuvachana. What
I see.
that for Prathama form, I have to check. Huh?
Okay.
Whether like Sarvanama, like you guessed, it is Paraha, Parau, Pare, like Sarvanama, Sahataute. Perhaps I have to check. Huh? Good guess. It sounds like a Sarvanama declension, in which case it could be Paraha, Parau, Pare.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
More popular form that you may know is Apare. Apare comes in many places. Okay, so let us move forward. I think I have answered all the queries related to this. I'll mute everyone. Noise is coming through. Okay, so let's. Now this one is about I think Venkatesh Maria's question. So this actually is the 2 slides which I have extensively taught in my first recording. I think first or second recording. You should go explore. Okay, in the series of recordings I have for Parichaya. So the question related to Rochate. So you see, the Chaturthi Vibhakti has so many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 variants, even in this simple level that they have tried to explain. I'm sure there are some exception cases further, which this list can be added to, can be increased also. But at this level, they have taught this much. It's very nice. So whenever the verb rochate is used, the person who is pleased takes the dative case. Simple. There is some Paninian prakriya by which the person who has that ruch dhatu's activity in him takes the 4th case. Okay. So mahyam madhuram rochate. It is not karmani prayoga. Okay. Somebody commented in the group some karmani, something. No, it sounds like karmani. That's what we discussed in the class. It is not. Okay. So mahyam, because karmani is tritiya. Maya madhuram rochate sounds like karmani. Mahyam doesn't sound like, right? So it is not tritiya, it is chaturthi. Notice that. So to me, the sweet is liked. It is a weird form when I say that in English, but that's how it is naturally so in Samskrita. Okay? So mahyam madhuram rochate. There are several other reasons for taking chaturthi that you can go and study. I don't want to go into all of that. Another question by another person or the same person was about bhiti. Now again, this has been taught very well. The reason for Panchami, when words denoting fear, not necessarily bhiti alone, others also are used, that which even sometimes surprise, etc. also we take it in this. Okay, anything that generate some adrenaline response, good or bad, okay, denotes the cause of fear, takes the ablative case. So mama sarpat bhitihi. See, aham sarpat bhitaha. That also is correct. Sarpat has to remain in sarpat. Aham sarpat bhitaha Mama sarpat bhitihi. Okay. So the bhiti of mine is from the snake. That sense. Okay. You can somehow twist the English sentence to look like Samskrita order. You may not use that in natural English in that way. Okay. In natural English, you'll say, I fear snakes. Okay. You don't say from the snakes, my fear is there. And that is the natural order in Sanskrit. And in Kannada also. Nanage sarpadinda bhaya. Okay. So, Nanu sarpadinda bhitanu. Aham sarpad bhitaha. मैं सर्प से भीत हूं. Like that. That is another way. So, I think that much I will say and move forward. Okay. So let's move on to our regular lessons. So we have to keep moving. So let me invite Revati Varye. Revati Balachandra.
Mohoday.
Mohoday. Kavya Katha, read the first paragraph slowly. You know the process. We pause at sentences and I will try to proffer some knowledge here.
Mohoday. काव्यकथा रघुमहाराजस्य त्यागः दिलीपः वृद्धः सञ्जातः.
Okay, so now what we have come to is we have moved on in the story. We saw so far how Dilipa went to Vasishta, got the Varadana of Nandini, got Raghu, and how Raghu fought Indra to get back the horse, etc. So that the Ashwamedha yagas of Dilipa is successful, etc. That much we saw. So now the storyline continues. So the storylines heading this section is the Tyaga of Raghu Maharaja, the sacrifice of Raghu Maharaja. Now don't read the word sacrifice in the same way we understand in English to Tyaga. It is a deeper word, I think, Tyaga, but you can kind of say a flavor of sacrifice is applicable in Tyaga. Okay, all right. So Dilipa, old he became. Butler English is my preferred one because that is in the same order. So Dilipa, old man, he became. Okay. Continue, Bhagini.
सः भार्यया सह वनम् अगच्छत्.
He with his wife, with is also emphasized with saha, to the forest he went. Lang. Continue.
वानप्रस्थाश्रमं स्वीकृतवान्.
The ashrama of Vanaprastha. How to translate this? The old age home status, latest technology word you can use in real estate. Old age home status. he accepted. I'm sorry, but that is all you can say here. Continue.
रघुः सिंहासनम् आरूढवान्.
Raghu climbed the throne. The throne he climbed. Kridantas, Sanjatah, Ktanta, Arudavan, Ktavatu. Keep noticing this. See? So some places dhatus are used in lakara forms, agachat, lang. But here, Sanjatah is a Ktanta applied to Dilipaha. Sanjatah, Abhavat, Asit, something like that. Huh? You can add.
ततः सः दिग्विजयं कृतवान्.
After that, okay, after climbing the throne, he here Digvijayam Kritavan has been put as a karma pada for Krudatu. Arthat, he went on a Digvijaya Yatra. Okay, so this is a sense of going for a Digvijaya Yatra. What is this Digvijaya? Dig means direction. Vijaya means victory. That means he went around asserting his Sarvabhaumatva. Sarvabhaumatva means his rulership over the many territories that directly and indirectly he was the super king of. Okay, continue.
Sarvan Deshan Jitavan.
He won all the areas. That means he re-established whatever Dilipa had built up. He re-established, Raghu established his own rulership over the same thing and probably more. So he won more areas perhaps. So Sarvan Deshan Jitavan. He won all the areas.
दिग्विजयानन्तरं रघुः विश्वजित् यागं कृतवान्.
After the Digvijaya, after is Anantaram. After the Digvijaya, after the winning victory in all directions, King Raghu performed Vishwajit Yagam. So karma for Krudhato. Vishwajit is another yaga. Seems to be just his father finished his Shatakratu, or not necessarily didn't get Shatakratu stuff, but he did Shata Ashwamedha. Here this guy is doing Vishwajit Yaga at the end. Okay.
तस्मिन् यागे सर्वस्वं दक्षिणा भवति.
In that yaga, everything becomes donatable item, dakshina.
रघु महाराजः सर्वस्य दानं कृतवान्.
So he donated everything.
तस्य कोशः निःशेषः जातः.
His treasury, kosha, treasury, without bereft of anything. Nishesha. Shesha means something that remains. Nishesha means nothing remains. So the kosha became nothing remains titled. That's all you can say in the Kridanta form. Okay. Or basically he cleared his treasury for the Dana Kriya. Thanks, Bhagini.
धन्यवादः महोदय.
Dinesh Shavarya.
Sir.
Can you read, sir? You are okay?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Kautsah tapasvi kumarah.
So Kautsa, a person by the name Kautsa. Okay. So obviously this is a vriddhi of some other Kutsa or something like that. But anyway, he is named Kautsa. So he is a student, Tapasvi Kumaraha, not a normal student, PhD student in Shastra. Tapasvi Kumaraha.
Sir. Saha vartantu munehe shishyah.
Varatantu Munehe. So he is the student of Varatantu Muni. Munehe Shashti. Okay? Munihi Shabda Munehe iti Shashti Ekavachane. Of Maratantu Muni, the student he is. Is not said. Asti, Asit, something like that was. Okay? Continue, sir.
Saha Raghu Maharajasya Samipam Gurave Danartham Dhanam Prashtum Agatavan.
See, now this is having a clausal subset. See, this is one of those longer sentences, right? Saha artat kautsaha. Okay, in context it is kautsaha. Raghu Maharajasya, of Raghu Maharaja. Samipam, near. Gurave danartham dhanam prashtum. So this is a subclause. To the Guru, Gurave, Guruhu Guru, Guravaha. That if you decline, it will go to Gurave. Okay. Dhanartham, for the purpose of dana to the Guru. Okay. So, Chaturthi Vibhakti, Gurave. Dhanam prashtum, money to ask. So, dhanam is the karma pada for the prich kriya, that is asking kriya. Okay. Agatavan, he came. So Saha Agatavan. Saha Raghuraja Samipam Agatavan. Okay. Kimartam Dhanam Prashtum. Dhanam Kimartam Danartam. How do you say?
Dhanam Danartham.
Danartham, but Kasya Danartham is not the way to ask. For Ramaya. So I don't know how the Kashabda declines. I'm just immediately not coming to it. So to whom Dana? Gurave Danartham. Okay, that's how it
Kasmai, no, sir.
Kasmai. Thanks, Bhagini. Kasmai Danartham, Gurave Danartham.
Sir, can we make it Kimartha Danartham?
Huh?
Can we say Kimartha Danartham?
No. Kimartha Danartham is not correct construction. Kimartham is a construction for Danartham question. Okay. Kimartham Danartham. Kasmai Danartham Gurave Danartham. That is the stack. Okay.
For whom?
Raghuhu मृत्तिका पात्रेण अर्घ्यम दत्तवान्.
Samyak. Raghu with a mud vessel. See, Tritiya Vibhakti with. Okay. Mud is mrittika. Patram is vessel. So with a mud vessel, that means with a kumbha, this one. Okay. So arghyam dattavan. What is this arghyam, padyam, all these things? You would have seen that in the tradition, you invite respectable people by offering water for their hand wash, of actually oneself washing their feet, etc. So one is arghyam is when you offer water for hand wash, and then padyam is when you give water for feet wash or you do the washing, and then achamanam is when you give it for partaking, that is for taking water and cooling down. So argyam, padyam, achamanam, these are three basic processes that are done to welcome atithis. Okay. So that first all the cleanliness is obtained, they would have traveled on the road, etc., and then they enter the home with the correct respect. So that process is simply summarized here as argyam dattavan. Of course, he did padyam and achamanam, all those things, but that much is indicated. So I'm just showing you that, one Sanskrit word there has a entire samskara behind it. Now, normally a king would do this samskara to a Rishi or a Rishi Kumara with golden vessel, perhaps even, if not silver. But here you say mud vessel. Okay. Continue, Arya.
Sir, I have a doubt. Excuse me.
What is the doubt?
Sir, here Raghu Maharajasya Samipam. This Samipam, sometimes some places they use Samipe. So what is the...
Here the Samipata is of Raghu Maharaja. So of Raghu Maharaja, the near zone, he came. Okay. So that means he came near Raghu Maharaja, as we say in normal English, but this Samipam has taken the this form. Okay. I think is a Kriya Visheshana Samipam Magatavan. I have to check whether it is a karma word or is a Kriya Visheshana. I mean, I don't think it is a karma. It's probably Samipyam, Samipam. I will check the grammar aspect of what that form is. Yeah.
Tena eva kautsah vishayam jnatavan.
1 minute. So tena eva, what is this tena doing here? By that only.
Samipam, is it an avyaya?
I think it is an avyaya. It is a kriya visheshana in the context, perhaps. I will check, sir. Okay. Tena eva, by that only. Okay. What tena here? That mrittika patra matrena argyam yad dattam asit tena. So mrittika patra drishtya. Okay. Darshanena. Mrittika patra darshanena tena eva, by that only. Kautsaha, our Rishi Kumara, Vishayam Jnatavan. He understood here Vishaya should be taken as situational awareness. So he became aware of the situational reality of the king. Okay. He got to know the essential aspect that he at the moment is not having dhana to give. Continue, sir.
Raghuhu kshemam prishtavan.
So Raghu asked the Kshema Varta of Rishi Kumara. Kshemam prishtavan. So again, karma position, Kshema Vartam prishtavan. Bhavan samyak asti va kathamasi etat sarvam kshemam ityasmin pade antarbhavati. Idanim puratana kale mama matapi likati sma. Kshema kshemakye barai vudu iti. Kshemaya likatu iti. Patatorya.
Agaman karanam cha aprichat.
Aprichat lang. He asked Agamana karanam, the reason of coming, he asked. So this is a karanam is an apumsaka shabda. So karanam, actually it is a karma position anyway. Okay, karanam apruchat, because here it is Dilipaha apruchat. Dilipa is the karta. So agamana karanam is the karma of the asking. Continues.
कौत्सः अवदत् गुरुदक्षिणा मया दातव्या.
Kautsa told, okay, because he was forced to say, he told, by me, Guru Dakshina Datavya. See Karmani Prayoga. Okay, Guru Dakshina is a Strilinga Pada. Okay, and because a Strilinga Pada and the Karmani Ktanta is used instead of a Kriya Pada, the Ktanta is used. So Datavya, Ktanta Strilinga Rupa. Guru Dakshina Datavya. Dhanam Dhatavyam. Dakshina Datavya. Okay. Maya, by me. He put himself and the Tritiya for the Karmani Prayoga. Continue, sir.
Tvam idanim nirdhanah.
You right now without money, fellow without money. Asi would be there. Tvam idanim nirdhanah asi. You, because of tvam, asi will come here. As dhatus, Madhyama Purusha Ekavachana Rupa has to be Adhyahrutam. Continue, sir.
Yachanam na yuktam.
Begging is not appropriate. Yuktam, not appropriate. Yachanam, yuktam. So these are paraspara visheshana visheshya bhava. So yachanam na yuktam. It is not appropriate. Idanim, now, like that.
Kalam atikramya aham agatvan.
Kalam atikramya. This is another nice application. Timeliness exceeding. Okay, that is the closest I can go, Butler. Timeliness exceeding, I came. That means I came at an inappropriate time, is how you would correctly phrase it in English. You have to go to the phrases in English correctly. But here it is kalam atikramya. Okay, kalavannu atikramisi nanu illi bandavanagiddene in Kannada. Okay, so kal अशुद्ध काल में और अशुभ नहीं, अशुद्ध नहीं, असक्षम काल में मैं आ गया हूं, ऐसा उन्होंने बताया. कंटिन्यू सर.
अन्यम पृच्छामि इति.
I will ask another. So he told. That means don't worry, Dilipa. I thought I will ask you for help in my Guru Dakshina thing. Obviously, when he is going to ask help of Dilipa, it's not going to be free. He is going to give proper advice, etc. Whatever he can do, he would have given return for that. But at this moment, that Guru Dakshina, I will take from another. That means I will go on and seek from those who are able to help me. Don't worry, that sense. Okay. Of course, this is the lame, simple way in which at this level we have been summarized. Original Kalidasa would have put a lot of kavya in what he would have told. No question. Continue.
Raghuhu gurave kiyat dhanam datavyam.
Iti prishtavan. So Raghu asked to the Guru, how much money has to be given? Datavyam should be given. Datavyam asti. Okay, Gurave kiyaddanam datavyam asti iti prishtavan. So he asked, so please tell me how much has to be given. Let me see if I can get that for you, like that. Continue, sir.
Kautsaha swakatham kathitvan mama adhyanam samaptam.
So Kautsaha, he told his own katha. Okay, so because he asked how much money, so he said, okay, let me explain what really happened, why I have come seeking. So actually it is because of Uddandatana of Kautsa. You will see the story emerge. Unnecessarily he creates this problem for himself by angering his guru. Anyway, Mama Adhyayanam Samaptam. My study is finished. Okay. So now thanks, Varya. So now what I will do, because we are going to run short of time, I will rush through the remaining myself. I think so far tried to use this opportunity to have you guys read it and help your diction capability, etc. I think some sufficient exercise of that nature has happened. Due to lack of time, let me move forward with the balanced story. Tataha aham guru dakshina ka iti gurum prishtavan. After that, so mama adhyayanam samaptam with the guru. After my adhyayana, tataha, aham, I, guru dakshina ka, what is the fee for your teaching? Iti gurum prishtavan. I asked my guru, so who was the guru? Varatuntu Muni. Remember, we had just read it in the last paragraph. So Varatantu Munim Prishtavan. Guruhu Uktavan. Guru told Dakshina Mastu. Not required Dakshina and all. Mastu. Ma Astu. May not be there. I mean, may not be given that sense. Okay? Bhaktya eva aham santushtaha. By your bhakti, so far as a student, the bhakti you have shown, the shraddha you have shown in studying, etc., that itself has made me happy. My Guru Dakshina is done and dusted. Don't worry. Like that. Aham anurodham kritavan. Unnecessarily, I compelled him. This happens in our lives, right? I compelled him repeatedly. In that sense, anurodha has that repetitive pleading nature built into it. Aham anurodham kritavan. Guru kupitaha. So he became an angry fella after my compulsive repeated asking. So what happens? Chaturdasha koti parimitam suvarnam diyatam idhi uktavan. Are, give 14 crore worth of gold. That sense. Okay. So he told. Parimitam, of that measure suvarnam. So Chaturdasha koti parimitam suvarnam diyatam. Aham daridraha. I am then why he repeatedly asked. Aham daridraha. I am a poor fellow, or basically bereft of money. Katham anayami. How will I bring? Ataha atra agatavan. Therefore I came here. Tvam nirdanaha. You are right now. That is idanim. Tvam idanim nirdanaha. Now you are not having the ability to give money. So you are a nirdhana. Anyatra gacchami. I will go elsewhere. Okay. Iti. So he told. Raghuraja told. Anyatra gamanam mastu. Going somewhere else may not be carried out. Mastu. Okay. Ma karotu ityasminarte mastu. Okay. Yadi aham dhanam na dadami tarhi mama apavadaha bhavishyati. See the yadi tarhi clausal connection. Aham dhanam na dadami, one part. Mama apavadaha bhavishyati, another sentence connected with yadi tarhi. In case I do not give the money, in that case my apavadaha is like as a king. He is supposed to have taken oath that he will support his praja's requirements, etc., as long as they are dharmic. Okay, so not that so far already he has given any vada. It is when he became a king, he has taken that oath apparently. So apavada is going beyond that oath that he has taken. So my apavada will happen. Like that. So atra eva vasam kuru. You live here for now. For now, I am adding katanchit dhanam sampadayami. Somehow the money I will earn. Uttama purusha ekavachana sampadayami. Iti akatayat. So he told. This is lang. Anyasmin dine. Upon another day. See, this Anyasmin is Saptami, Dine is Saptami, Adhikarana Saptami. Upon another day. Okay, because day is a time, Kala, so Adhikarana. So Anyasmin Dine, Raguhu, the king Raghu, Kuberat, from Kubera, the very Swargalokas Dhanadipati. So Kuberat, Dhanam Grahitum Prastitavan. He started off to go and get some resources from Kubera. Kintu, but Tavata at that time, Koshe in his bank, how to say, in his money storage house.
Treasury.
Huh?
Treasury, sir.
Treasury. Thanks, Bhagini. By then, in his treasury, Suvarna Vrishtihi Abhavat, the rain of gold happened. Okay, Raghuhu Suvarnam Kautsaya Dattavan. We don't know whether he gave it all again, but let us not go into those silly questions. So he gave 14 koti parimitam. Okay, he gave. Kautsasya manoratah purnaha bhavat. As much as nowadays I hear one apartment in Mumbai. Kautsasya manoratah purnaha bhavat. So of Kautsa, the desire, mental desire, manoratah is like his dream also. Purnaha bhavat. So he is able to go and give Varatantu Muni the Dakshina. What Varatantu Muni will give the Dakshina, I don't know. Anyway, so now some questions. Raghuhu kam yagam kritavan. Let me ask Akiraju Sriharivarya. Can you unmute?
Yeah, Mahadev.
1 minute. Let me mute Mr. Kunikandan. Yeah, Miss Srimati Kunikandan. Akiraju Varya. Raghuhu kam yagam kritavan.
Raghu Vishwajit Yagam Kritavan.
Correct. Raghuhu Vishwajit Yagam Kritavan. Very straightforward. So we have to remember some of these keywords, right? So that's the important thing. So Dilipa Ashwamedha Yagam, Shata Ashwamedha Yagan Kritavan. Raghuhu Vishwajit Yagam Kritavan. Thanks, Varya. Anand Natampalli. Kautsaha Kasya Shishyaha.
Sir, I'm sorry, I just joined.
Oh, sorry, Varya. Sorry, don't worry. Ananya. Unparalleled Ananya Varya.
Kautsahah Varatantu Munehe Shishyaha.
Very good. Kautsaha Varatantu Munehe Shishyaha. Kautsaha Varatantu Muni Varyasya Shishyaha. This Varya technique is a technique to akarantify everybody. Suppose you don't know some declension of some complicated name. Ikarantas, Rikarantas, etc. So you can do, if as long as you know the Pratipadika, you can add Varya to it and go Varatantu Muni Varyasya Shishyaha. Or if you know Muni Shabda, Munehe. So Varat, not very difficult, Muni Shabda. Hari Shabdavat. Harehe. So Hari is very important. So hopefully Muni is also easily understood by us. Thanks, Varya. A.N. Vishwanatha.
Yes, sir.
We depend. You are the Lord of the entire world, sir. Guruhu Kautsam Kam Guru Dakshinam Prishtavan.
Guruhu Kautsam Chaturdasha Koti Parimitam Suvarnam Guru Dakshinam Prishtavan.
Just you can drop Guru Dakshinam there as an additional qualifier. Just say Chaturdasha Koti Parimitam Suvarnam Guru Dakshinayam Prishtavan. It will become Guru Dakshinayam Prishtavan. Okay, if you want to bring Guru Dakshina will go into Saptami position. Okay, Strilinga Ekavachana. So, Guruhu Kautsam Chaturdasha Koti Parimitam Suvarnam Guru Dakshinayam Prishtavan. Dadatu iti is not needed. So, Prishtavan. So, what is this Guru Dakshinayam? So, this is the kind of movement that happens. As Guru Dakshina, it takes the Saptami position in Samskritam. Okay, not intuitive in Kannada. In Kannada, also Guru Varatantu Muniyu Kautsanige 14 ಕೋಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸುವರ್ಣವನ್ನು ಗುರುದಕ್ಷಿಣೆಯಾಗಿ ವಿಸೆ in Kannada, but in Sanskritam it is Gurudakshinayalli. So in Gurudakshina gave. So he pushed on. So it's a little subtle reasons for using Saptami, but because I wanted to bring to attention, I have brought it here. Okay? But like you can potentially use Guru Dakshina as a karma also there. Chaturdasha Koti Parivitam Guru Dakshinam Prishtavan. It's not wrong. Guru Dakshinayam gives a slightly more purposeful annotation to Guru Dakshina. Because in English we use that in Guru Dakshina sense. In is Saptami. In donation. He donated 1,000 rupees. He gave 1,000 rupees in donation. We say, no? Sometimes English uses the similar bhava. As donation also is used. Or we just say donation as karma also. Similar things are possible in different languages. Okay, so with that we have concluded the thanks, Vishwanath Varya.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Bhagini.
Chaturdasha Koti Parimitam. What does it mean? Parimitam?
Parimitam means miti means limit. Parimiti means circumvented limit. That means enclosed within. Okay.
Okay.
So that means also this you can also take as in that measure sense. Okay.
The gold worth so
Worth,
much.
correct. Worth 14 crores.
Diyatam is what form is it?
Diyatam is probably lot or vidiling. I have to check. Kurutam.
Okay.
So Atmanepadi lot, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haan.
And Tavata. Kintu Tavata Koshe.
Tavata, by then.
By then. Okay.
By then. Tavata. Okay, by then. It's probably an avyaya.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So let us go to Anvayakrama. We have a little time to take a break, I guess. Okay. So 11:55. So let us take a 3-minute break. 11:58, 11:59, we will gather back and go into the Anvayakrama. It's one of the most important lessons because a lot of verses we'll be reading in Sanskrit life. So take a water break and come back in 3 to 4 minutes, please. Welcome back. So today's Anvayakrama, we are continuing to study Valmiki Ramayana portions, selected verses from the Sangshepa Ramayana subchapter. Words of Narada to Valmiki. Paurairanagato duram pitra dasharathena cha Sringavera sutam Gangakule vyasarjayat Guhamasadya dharmatma Nishadhadipatim priyam. Now, why they have brought in another line, probably from the subsequent verse, etc. Still, they have shown a double line because this is kind of like I told, no, in sometimes verses, portions of another verse have to be included in according to bring the Kriya Pada into action together. So this is done. There are actually technical words in Sahitya, Yugalam, Panchakam, some words like that are there to say how 2 verses, 3 verses, 4 verses, 5 verses, etc. come together. Okay. Here it's 1.5 though. So I don't know what is the name for this. But anyway, Paurairanagato. Pauraihi anugataha. So Visarga Sandhi. One Visarga Sandhi is Repha conversion. Another Visarga Sandhi is Utva. So Pauraihi anugataha. Duram Pitra Dasharathena cha Sringavera Pure. So in the Pura by the name Sringavera. Sutam Gangakule Vyasarjayat. Okay. So Guham Asadya Savarna Dirgha. Guham Asadya. Sorry, it is not Savarna Dirgha, it is a simple Samyukta Akshara. Halantamakara with Akara. So no Sandhi there, but there is a break. Dharmatma Nishadhipatim. Nishadhanam Adhipatihi Nishadhadhipatihi Samasta. Sashti Tatpurusha call it the ruler of Nishadas. Tam Nishadhadipatim Dvitiya Vibhakti Priyam Guham Asadya. Okay. So now I don't know what is the full context of the next verse to see why he brought, why the book brought this forward to attach here, but it goes into the Anvaya. So let us take it. That's how they have decided. So now this is about Rama along with Lakshmana and Sita, of course, how he is further proceeding in his Vanavasa travel. Okay. So you can pretty much understand what this verse is from this picture. One picture speaks 1,000 words. Truly so. Okay, truly so. So, Pauraihi Anugataha Ramaha. Pauraihi Anugataha, by the people of the town. Okay, Pauraihi Anugataha, the fellow who was followed, Ramaha, Duram Pitra Dasharatena cha Duram yavat. For a distance. Duram is in the sense of for a distance. Duram anugataha. Okay. So, Pitra Dasharathena cha tatha anugataha. Na kevalam pauraihi api cha Dasharatena. Kidrishena Dasharatena Pitra Dasharatena. By the very father Dasharatha. Not some other citizen by the name Dasharatha. By his very father Dasharatha and by the citizens of his town or his kingdom, the fellow who was followed to a distance, for a distance, Duram. Bahuduram you can take, Salpa Duram you can take. But usually for Dasharatha it will be Salpa Duram, by the Paure he will be Bahuduram api. Shringaverapure, in Shringaverapura, okay, Priyam Guham Nishadadipatim Asadhya, meeting his dear friend Guha, who was also the Nishada's king and also Dharmatma. Visheshana to Guha. Dharmatma is in Prathama, so it has to go with Rama, I think. Dharmatma Ramaha. The only way I can take it, because it is in Prathama Vibhakti as far as I can tell, Ekavachana. So, so next we have to explain what this Vyasarjayat, what did he leave? So, Sutam Vyasarjayat. Ganga Kule Sutam Vyasarjayat. Ganga Kule is the Adhikarana of the meeting, Asadhya also, and also the Vyasarjana Kriya was near Ganga Kula. What is this Ganga Kula? Shore of Ganga. Okay. Upon the shore of Ganga, Suta. Who is Suta? Sumitra, his minister, and also at this time his charioteer, who has brought Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita along the Vanavasa path to leave them near the edge of the forest, right? So that is where he sent off the Suta. Sorry, Sumantra. Sorry if I use the word Sumitra. Sumantra, I think. Okay. See, his name is nice, Sumantra. Mantri's job is Mantrana. So he's a Sumantra. He's a good Mantri. So I think we got the sense here. Okay, and the breakup. So let us see read what they have done here to see if they agree with our thinking. Pauraihi anugataha duram pitra dasharatena cha Shringaverapure. This is just the word break. Ganga Kule Vesarjayat Guham Asadya Dharmatma Nishadipatim Priyam. So pretty much what we saw. Pauraihi anugataha. We had also seen. This is more interesting. Anvaya Vakya. Let us see. See. Pauraihi pitra dasharatena cha duram anugataha dharmatma ramaha. See, because this anugataha stacks all this as a kind of clausal qualifier to Rama, they stacked all this behind anugataha. How carefully it has been done. By the people and by the father Dasharatha, for a distance, the fellow who was followed, that Dharmatma Rama in brackets, of course, because it's not directly there, at Shringaverapura, the king of Nishadas, the dear one, the Guha, having begotten, having met, having reached him, Ganga Kule at another Saptami, at the shore of Ganga, Sutam Vyasarjayat. He sent back his charioteer and Mantri, Sumantra. See, they have given here. Okay, very nicely done. I highly appreciate. See how they have put Shringaverapura for Nishadipati and Ganga Kula for the Vyasarjana Kriya. So he was not the Nishadadipati at Ganga Kula. There was an area by the name Shringaverapura at that same location. Ganga Kula is the spot within that location where so you can say Ganga Kule is a Saptami within the Shringaverapura region. Okay? Okay? Brilliantly done. So now this is the English favoring order. I will not focus too much on it. So let us look at the Tatparya. This is enough for us. Anvaya is enough. We can write this way. For example, if you have to write it in English, we can go with this and then put equal to and put Butler phrases. Pauraihi, by the people. Pitra Dasharatena cha, and by father Dasharatha. Don't go word for word. Go phrase. Duram, for a distance. Anugataha, one who was followed. Dharmatma, the one who is follower of Dharma. Rama, the Rama, King Rama. Shringaverapure, at Shringaverapura. Nishadipatim, the leader of forest people, okay, or hunters, like that. Priyam, one who was dear. Guham, one by the name Guha. Asadya, having met. Use the correct translation, having met. Though the original dhatu may mean something like obtain, but having met is the correct translation. Ganga Kule, at the shore, upon the shore of Ganga. Sutam, the charioteer and minister. In bracket Sumantra. Vyasarjayat, he again, Vyasarjayat normally means he rejected. No, he didn't reject Sumantra. He made him go back. He sent him back. That means he took leave, is the sense. He took leave of Sumantra. When Rama left, the citizens and Dasharatha followed him for quite a distance. See how they changed the color in the Tatparya, like this. Finally, they realized that they had to turn back to the city. Nothing there, but we know that. Because Duram conveys that. They didn't go every Duram, or some distance. Going further, in Sringaverapura, Rama met the hunter king, Guha, and his dear friend. His dear friend, who took them across the river. That one is further interpretation. He just met him is told so far, but obviously we know the storyline. Sumantra, who drove the chariot of Rama. See how carefully they have phrased this. He was not the charioteer as such, but he took that role. Went up to the banks of river Ganges. Should start changing this to Ganga in our English. And was sent back from there. Okay, some assistive thing that at this stage they are not expecting you to do all this, but I am just doing slowly just to show. Paura. Paura is the Pratipadika. Pauraha Pratama Ekavachanam. Pauraihi Tritiya Bahuvachanam, by citizens. Pitru Shabda, Pita Pratama Ekavachanam. Pitra, by father, Tritiya Ekavachanam. Dasharataha, again Dasharatha. Dasharataha, Dasharathena, Tritiya Ekavachana. Puraha, Pure. Okay, in the town. Okay. Sutaha, Sutam, Dvitiya Ekavachana. Suta, Sutaha, Sutam. Kulam, Kule. Kula Shabda, Kulam, Kule. Saptami Ekavachana, Napumsakalinga. On the slope or the bank. Visarjayati, Vyasarjayat. So this is Visarjayati, Vyasarjayat. Okay. Sarj Dhatu, Nich, Lang, Bhute. This is the grammar of that. So it is in Nich. That means it is in Prayojaka Rupa. Okay. In Lang Lakara. Asadya, Sadl Dhatu, Sadl, something like that in technical. Lyabanta. So Lyabanta Sadya. So Asadya, having obtained, having gotten. Okay? Then Nishadhanam Adipatihi, Nishadhipatihi, Shashti Tatpurushaha. I had explained earlier also. This is the Samasta. All this, guys, is a little bit of overload. Okay. Just I am giving little overload so that you know at least what you have to basically know is less. So you feel little more comfortable, right? It's more like, you know, there is more. Don't worry. There is, you guys are not being taxed so much at this level. But by the time you reach Shiksha and Kovida, you have to do all this work. Okay. Especially in Kovida, you have to do Samasa breakdowns also. Very expectation is quite high at that level. Okay. So that is that verse. Any questions with this verse? Okay. All right. I hope I have not scared you guys into not asking questions. Please feel free. Okay. Next, move to the next verse. Chitrakutam anuprapya Bharadvajasya shasanat Ramyamavasatham krutva Ramamana vanetrayah Deva Gandharva Sankashastatra te Nyavasan Sukham. Okay. Chitrakutam Anuprapya. There is a samyukta akshara there. Chitrakutam dvitiya vibhakti shabda. The place called Chitrakuta as a karma pada. Anuprapya, having obtained. Anu upasarga, pra upasanga, apul dhatu, apya lyabanta. See how much is there. Okay. Upasarga, dhatu, lyabanta. They are all there in anuprapya. Okay. That's why the language is very compact, because of this stacking of information in each letter is why the language is compact. How do you say that in Kannada? Chitrakotavannu upagamisi prapti kondu. That much I have to say. Prapya, prapti kodisi kondu, I have to say. Oh, complicated in some other language. Bharadwajasya shasanat. Of Bharadwaja, Shashti, Shasanat, by the rulership. Bharadwajasya Shasanat, by the directive of Bharadwaja Muni. Some things has been probably not fully, all the shlokas are in not the exact krama. Some things have been skipped over to shorten the storyline for us. But yeah, so but pretty much close. After crossing Ganga, he goes to Chitrakuta, and by the directive of Bharadwaja, what next we will see? Ramyam Avasatham, another Samyukta Akshara. Ramyam Avasatham. Avasatham means a place of stay. Okay, Ramyam means beautiful. Ramyam Avasatham Kritva, having created a beautiful place of stay. That means he constructed a kutira like this. See? Rama was not capable of even construction, is clear to us. Ramamanaha, Visargalopa. Ramamanaha, Shanajanta. Okay. No, not Shanach, sorry. Matup or Shanach, I'm not too sure. There are two variants, but anyway, probably Shanach, because Ramate, Ramamanaha, plural. Ramamanaha, Ramamanaha. So what is this Ramamanaha means? Ramate means enjoying. Okay, somebody enjoys. Ramamanaha means as they enjoy. So Shanajanta means current continuous nature of that thing. So Kridanta also applies to them, three. So Rama, Lakshmana and Sita are Ramamanaha. They are the ones who are doing the enjoying. While enjoying, Vane Trayaha. In the Vana, the three. Three is establishing the Ramamanaha. Okay. Deva Gandharva Sankashaha. Again, Visarga Sakara. See a new type of, we don't see the too often. Sakara Adesha in place of Visarga. Okay. This sometimes becomes Sha and sometimes Sha. Okay, Shankasha, Shatkona Sha also it becomes. Here because of just Takara being there, only Sakara remains. So, Deva Gandharva Sankashat. Okay. So, Sankashaha means, Kasha means of that brightness. Sankasha means of the same brightness. In the sense of looking similar to Devas and Gandharvas. They are doing Vihara in this Chitrakuta the same as Devas and Gandharvas do Vihara of the Swarga. Like that. That Upama Alankara has been brought in a Visheshana. Deva Gandharva Sankashaha Trayaha Tatra over there. Nyavasan living. Sukham Nyavasan. Okay, see this is lung. Okay, Sukham is Kriya Visheshana. Happily they lived. Ni Upasarga Avasan Lang Nyavasan. So Upasargas come before the Apratyaya added to the lung. Okay, so Ni becomes Nya Sandhi, which you just recently probably studied or just going to study. Sukham Nyavasan. So basically, after the river crossing, having obtained Chitrakuta area by the directive of Bharadwaja, they created a beautiful home and roaming around in the forest looking like Devas and Gandharvas over there. They happily lived. See how beautifully, compactly told in the Kavya. Okay, in one sentence they are told. So, Bharadwajasya Shasanat. I don't know why they put kamas in the wrong places. This is one phrase. Bharadwajasya Shasanat Chitrakutam anuprapya. This comma should have been there for Padavibhaga, but they have put comma in the wrong place. Editor's errors, I think. Okay. Bharadwajasya shasanat kama. Chitrakutam anuprapya kama. Ramyam avasatam kritva kama. One phrase. Deva Gandharva Sankashaha te trayah kama. Tatra vane ramamanaha kama. Sukham nyavasan. This much would be the minimum commas if you want to put. You don't have to bother to put. But they are nice. They're a good utilitarian symbol for modern era to cut into phrases to understand easily. Okay. So ignore the additional commas here. As if it is Padavibhaga, somebody else. I think the editor thought it was this section. It is not. It's Anvaya section. It's a mistake. I'm sure in the newer book it may have been edited. I don't know. Okay, again, I'll skip the Pratipadartha. It is favoring English, so I'll skip it. We got the meaning. Tatparya is interesting. Let us see how they do Tatparya so that we get a hint how to do our colorful Tatparya when we answer. Guha took Rama, Lakshmana and Sita across the river Ganga. See what they have brought in the context from the previous verse. Okay? Previous verse also skipped this actual taking process. They said they met him, but the taking is inferred. Taking leave of him. You remember? Manushi Karana Churnamasti, all that verse is there, but that is there in the Moola Ramayana and later. Narada won't be giving all that color. Okay, taking leave of him, there they went to the hermitage of sage Bharadwaja. See, Bharadwajasya Shasanat only is given, but obviously Chitrakutam Anuprapya, Bharadwajasya Chitrakutam Anuprapya only can be taken. So it met him is inferred there. Okay. The sage extended a warm welcome to them. Obvious, because he gave a directive, means he would have welcomed them also. They partook of his hospitality and as advised by him. That Shasanat has been brought in here. Went to Chitrakuta and built a thatched hut there. Thatched hut is inferred in Avasatham. Ramyam Avasatham. The pictorial does more to explain it. It became a very comfortable place for them to live in. How? Sukham. Just the word Sukham has been explained in this way. Their stay there was a very happy one, additionally given. They spent time happily, again given, like gods and Gandharvas. So this happy has been interpreted in 3 different ways by the Tatparya. Okay. Any questions?
So that last line, Deva Gandharva Sangashas, that word, can you break up a little more and explain?
Deva hyphen Gandharva hyphen Sankashat. Sankashaha Kridanta. Sankashaha. Sang Upasarga Kashaha. Kashate is the Dhatu Rupa. Kashaha is a Kridanta, Ktanta. Kashaha is a Bahuvachana Kridanta. Sankashaha, some Upasarga the Kash Dhatu. That means properly shining, similarly shining. Sorry, not properly. Similarly shining as Devas and Gandharvas. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay,
shining is the original Kash, but Prakasha also is from the same Kash Dhatu. So the interpretation you have to take is appearing like Devas and Gandharvas. Shining like Devas and Gandharvas means appearing like. So resembled is the interpretation. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. I think this beautiful painting must be from Ravi Verma. It's in that style. I have to check. Or Sangaonkar, another artist. Okay. Anuvada Paddhatihi. So we have moved to the 9th section. Good progress today. Without taking, let us read the 2 verses once. Sorry. Paurair anugato duram pitra dasharathena cha Sringavera pure sutam ganga kule vyasarjayat guhamasadya dharmatma nishadipatim priyam chitrakutam bharadvajasya shasanat ramyamavasatham krutva ramamana vanetrayah Devagandharva sankashas tatra te nyavasan sukham. On a particular day, there are groups that do group by group reading. They don't stop at all. Like one group, they read for 1 hour, and then another group comes nicely, overlaps with them for a while, and then the earlier group quietly leaves. Like this, without breaking, they read whole Ramayana. Not easy. Believe me, it's big. But they do it. At least they sometimes read one Kanda. Sundara Kanda is popular like that. Okay. Anuvada Paddhatihi.
Akhanda Ramayana in North India, sir.
Everywhere, sir, all over India. In Bangalore also it happens. I participated in Samskrita Bharati. That was amazing. Yeah. Very, very deliberate, beautiful reading. We can actually sit there, listen, and understand how the story is unfolding. If after we have gone through this much Samskritam, we are all capable of sitting there and enjoying it by taking the meaning, not just listening to the sounds. Without taking into consideration the meaning of the whole sentence, if we translate word for word, it will result in absurd statement like our butler, butler English type of thing. But our butler is carefully constructed. It's not so bad. But sometimes we can make it really bad. Moreover, each language has its own idiomatic usages, idioms, right? Words or phrases which literally don't mean what they mean, but together they mean something very significant. Idiomatic usages. Their literal translation will be incorrect and unjustified. So whether we come from English into Sanskritam or we go from Sanskritam to English, respective idioms have to be respected. After understanding the meaning of these phrases, we must find the corresponding right expression in the other language. Even if we can't find any idiomatic usage, at least we have to find a reasonable common usage. Read the following phrases, for example. A black sheep. In English, we know a black sheep doesn't mean literally a black sheep like this. It means a black sheep amongst white. That means one bad actor in the midst of great people. So black sheep. Krishnaha Ajaha is a horrible translation. Okay. Vanchakaha is the correct translation. See how they have interpreted Vanchaka. Okay. Then an old hand. We know what that means. An experienced person, right? Prachinaha hastaha. Horrible translation. Anubhavi. See, instead of translating like this, translate like this. A snake in the grass. Trineshu stitaha sarpaha. Sometimes you can kind of understand this kind of phrase can mean similar. You can understand that properly in Sanskritam also. Okay, that means a sarpa that is hiding is kind of sense. But the correct phrase to use is Gupta Shatruhu. Okay, Gupta Shatruhu. That's like this. In fact, there is this idiom also in English, no? A fox in the sheep skin. That is also an idiom. It also means Gupta Shatru only. Yes, Varya?
Gomukha Vyagraha.
Gomukha Vyagra of Sanskritam. Okay, Gomukha Vyagra of Sanskritam. Oh, we have so many Gomukha Vyagras. We have to be always aware. Gomukha Vyagra is much more severe than fox with a wolf with a sheep skin. Anyway, blue blood, Neela Raktam, useless in Sanskritam. It doesn't mean anything. Kulinaha, one of some high status, high lineage. Blue blood, so it's used for kingly lineage, na? That's why Kulina fits well. Okay, go to the dogs. Shunakam prati gacchato is useless in Sanskritam, right? It's fine in English to read go to the dogs. What that means is nasham prapnoto. Means get destroyed. Having his hands full. Okay, hasto purno bhavatam, no. Again meaningless. Karyamagnaha bhavatu. Karyamagnaha asti. Something. Contextually you have to bring the Kriya Pada. Okay. He was having his hands full. Saha karyamagnaha asit. Like that. Vyastaha asit. Vyastaha is another word. In cold blood. Shita rakte. Just like Neela raktam is also meaningless. So you have to Uddesha purvakam. Okay. At least directly such rowdy usage of Shita rakta is not there in Samskrita. So you have to use some other phrase like this, Uddesha purvakam. It's a good phrase in English, see, in cold blood. That means he was not caring that he was carrying out such a heinous activity. So that kind of thing. Duruddesha purvakam, you can even say, if you want to emphasize. You may also collect such phrases if possible, but be careful while translating them into Sanskrit. Please consult is what their advice is. It's not easy. Consult. Okay, any questions here? No. Okay, I'll mute a couple of people who are unmuted and we'll move. Thanks, Bhagini. So, Sandhi, let us get started. We have a few minutes, so let us get started. Okay, since it's Saturday, there is no afternoon class. I will take the liberty of stretching you guys a little bit. So, today's Sandhi is Yana Sandhi. Yana. What is this Yana business? Yana is actually a Maheshwara Sutra derivative. It is Aiun Arulruk Ayong Hayavarat Yan Lan actually. So Hayavarat Lan. Hayavarat Lan. So Ya to N. So Yan. So Ya Va Ra La form the Yan group. Okay. See here. Y V R L. This is the Pratyahara, we call it. Yan is a Pratyahara or a Sanya derived from the Maheshwara Sutras to include the letters Ya, Va, R, La. Very technically beautiful. That's why software engineers love Sanskrit, because they see this, man, thousands of years ago, these guys were so smart to create set names, set forms of the beauty with which the Maheshwara Sutras are there. And it's a pre-Paninian technology. Observe the Sandhi in the following sentences. Samskrita karyam atyuttamam asti. Work of Sanskrit is very good. Ati uttamam atyuttamam. I, U, Y has come. Y plus U has remained. So, Yana Adesha is a Purvadesha. See here. Yana Adesha, Purvadesha, natu Ekadesha. So far we saw Savarna Dirgha Sandhi, Guna Sandhi, Vriddhi Sandhi, the first row people and the diagonal people. They are all Purna Deshas or Ekadeshas. We call them, they replace both left and right elements, right? But this Yana Sandhi is a left replacer. He is a Purvadesha. So, Ati Uttamam, Atya Uttamam, Atyuttamam. That's how it proceeds. So, I, U, Y, U, U. So, that's what they have shown here. Atyuttamam. I'm going to bring simultaneous attention. Okay. Saha pratyekam karyam shraddhaya karoti. He every single work with focus and astuteness, I think is a better word for Shraddha, he does. Okay. Pratyekam karyam. Pratyekam. Pratyekam. I, A, Ye. I, A, U, A, Ye. Pratyekam. Okay. Sri Krishna Madhvarihi iti uchyate. Okay. This is very interesting name for Sri Krishna. Madhu plus Arihi, Madhvarihi. Ukara became Vakara. Okay. Arihi remained. So, Vakara joined the Akara to make Va. So, Madhvarihi. Madhu plus Arihi. See here. Madhu plus Arihi. U plus A, V plus A, Va. Okay, Madhvarihi. Lakshmi? Lakshmi Variye, is there a question?
No, sir, sorry, sir.
Oh, no problem, no problem. I thought you had a question because you are unmuted. So, what is this construction of Madhvari? Madhu, we know, is honey. Ari is also a word we know, Shatru. So he is the enemy of honey. Krishna is called the enemy of honey. It's a name title given to him as a boy. Okay, so he used to lap up all the honey kept in store in his house, right? So not just milk and all that. So that's why it's called Madhvari. Beautiful name.
Sir,
Hmm.
I think Madhu is a Rakshasa.
Rakshasa. Oh, okay. Then this is an adult name given. Right, he's a Rakshasa, correct. So he is actually killed him. So Madhvari. Okay, like Putani, like that another Rakshasa.
Madhu and Kaitaba, two people.
Kaitaba and Madhu. Bagini, unmute again. Huh. This Madhu Kaitaba incident, is it a childhood incident or a later incident, Varye?
Sorry, sir, I don't recollect.
Oh, okay. But thanks for
Actually,
remembering Kaitaba also. So
Madhu
Kaitabari, he
Kaitaba-
also is another name.
Sir, Madhu Kaitava comes in the Durga Saptasati.
Sir, actually, Madhu Kaitaba were two Rakshasas who were born during the creation, beginning of the creation. When God, I mean, the Vishnu was born himself actually.
What is the story of their fight? Is there something? In which place you find it? Okay. Okay, all right. So we got some insight there. So probably also it's a title more associated with Vishnu, but Vishnu is himself Sri Krishna, so we can extend it to Sri Krishna. So Sri Krishna Madhvari ityuchate. But I like my interpretation also. I don't want to discard
Actually,
it.
Mahodaya, Madhu and Kaitaba were the one who stole the Vedas from Lord Brahma. Then Lord Brahma will request Lord Vishnu to come and kill them. Then Lord Vishnu will come in the form of Hayagriva and he will kill Madhu and Kaitaba.
Okay, okay. So Madhvari is from the that avatara.
Yeah, Hayagriva killed them.
Hayagriva avatara.
Yeah, Hayagriva avatara.
Nice. But it is nice to imagine Krishna lapping up all the honey stored in his house. So I like that interpretation also. In Sanskrit, we are allowed these extensions, by the way. Okay, let's move forward. Let's stick to Yandasandhi, otherwise we will keep going on. So nice, all this history.
Actually, in physics, the horsepower comes from Hayagriva only, Mahodaya. That's what I've heard.
No. Horsepower is more from the chariots where horses draw it. No? 1 horsepower is 1 chariot.
No, the unit of energy, what Hayagriva had, the unit of energy, we have one unit in physics. So that is a horsepower which came from Hayagriva because he was so fast in chasing Madhu and Kaitaba.
Okay. But Griva means neck, so he is having the neck of a horse. Hayagriva, that sense is there in the name. But anyway, fine, we will take it, Bhagini. So, Pataha Mastvadhuna iti Adhyapakaha Uktavan. Not me, some Adhyapaka. Pataha Mastu Adhuna. Mastu plus Adhuna. U plus A. So again, end Vakara in place of Ukara. Mastv plus Adhuna. Mastvadhuna. U plus A. U plus A. Va. Mastvadhuna. Mastu is a negative directive. Astu means let it be there. Ma astu, there is a Savarna Dirgha there. Ma astu, mastu is a negative, negating directive. May not be there. Don't sense is there in mastu. So mastu aduna, not required now. Don't let it happen now, like that sense. Pataha mastu adhuna. The lessons may not happen now. So Adhyapakaha Uktavan, the teacher told. I don't know what Adhyapaka who tells that, but I guess it must be some other important reason, like some minister or some useless fellow came there to disturb the students. So maybe at that time. Okay, let us take it that way. Putraha pitramsham apekshate. The son, okay, the essence of patronage, pitramsha, you can take it as essence of his lineage, he expects. But here pitramsham is in the sense of probably the
Hereditary character.
Heritage. And more than heredity, it is heritage. Like if the father had 100 acres, a son wants 25 acres as his bhaga. Unfortunately, nowadays it has taken that sense. But we can give better meanings than that. But I think Pitramsha is in that sense now. Anyway. Or it may be in the more holy sense also. Okay. He expects something from his Pitrus, Putra, some portion from his Pitrus. Let's not go into all the dharmic explanation. Pitru amshaha r plus a. That anuswara is there, but that is later than akara. So r plus a. So repa plus a ra. Pitramshaha. So this takara joins with the repa there instead of r. Pitramshaha. Remains, you see. A plus anuswara remains. Okay. How many letters are there in that compound? Takara, repa, akara, anuswara. 4 letters. Two vyanjanas, 2 swaras are in tram. Okay. Adya matrarchana karyakramaha prachalati. Matru plus archana. So today the function of doing puja of the mata is going on. Prachalati is going on. Proceeds. Matrarchanam, matru plus archanam, r plus a. So they have given all examples. So y, v, r. L generates la. Because in loka we don't use so many l's. Probably at this present time there is no example. I don't know ahead they may give. Yeah, they have given. See, l akriti. So let us wait. Okay. So this table you guys know. You're already familiar with it, right? Now we have moved to the remaining portion of the first half. See, I call the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows as first half. So in the first half, the important one is the diagonal is Savarna Dirgha. Next, in the first row, the remaining first 4 is Guna. The balance last 4 is Vriddhi. Then cancelling out the diagonals, the balance of the second, third, fourth, and fifth row, where E, U, R, and L are the swaras at play, in turn getting replaced with Y, V, R, L. That's why everywhere Y, V, because it's a Purva Desha. So finally, what will be replacing? E and A get replaced with Ya, U plus A. U and A get replaced with V plus A, Va. So we should read this as Ya, U, R. This one is very rare. Then this also won't happen. Y, but Ye, Yo, Yai, Yau. So we have to read all those compounds in all those places with the columnar heading, combine them. Okay? So don't look at this as, oh, how will I know? Everybody is y. No, only the E is replaced with Y. Only U is replaced with V, like that. Okay? Very clear. This font is not clear. The L is better printed than here. This is the correct way to show L, like that. What is this Ach business? Ach is a representative for all the swaras. So that's why I have put Ach here. That is the Paninian Pratyahara or Maheshwara Sutra Pratyahara, Ach. And Yan is Yuvu Yana, generated. Okay. Savarnan Atirichya. Though I have put Ach, if E clashes with E, you don't get E generation. You get E, Savarna Dirgha. If U with U generates U, that we know already. So cancelling Savarna Dirghas, that cancelling the diagonals, we have to do this. Okay? Pictorially, it is very useful. I found this brilliant from my Guruvarya. So we'll see these examples and conclude. If E, U, R, and L are followed by any vowel except themselves, see, Savarna Dirgha exclusion, they are replaced by Actually, halanta y should be there, but they have shown with the akara. Technically, you should put halanta there. Y, v, r, and l respectively. This is called yana sandhi. Y, v, r, l. Here they have typed correctly. Are called yan varnaha. Therefore, this combination is called yana sandhi. Observe the following example. Some more they have given. Yadi api yadyapi. I a y. Ya. So yadyapi is replaced by ya. Iti api ityapi. Patanti atra patantyatra. So all ikara replacements with akaras. Guru ashtakam u with a. Guru ashtakam vakara. Okay, in place of ukara. Patatu amshan patattvamshan vakara. Again in place of ukara. Has remained. Kavishu ekah kavishvekah vek vakara. See here. Kavish v ekah kavishvekah. Who gets replaced with va? Pitru avasah pitravasah. See, r with repa. Okay. Pitravasah r by repa. L akritihi lakritihi. Straightforward. Lakara gets right at the beginning. L is there. So lakritihi. The shape of Lkara is Lakriti or Lkaraha. But Lkaraha will remain Lkaraha because Ka is there, no Yana Sandhi will happen. But with Akritihi, Swara is there, so Lakritihi will happen. Okay? L is replaced by La. So if you see, we call this Y, V, R, L as the reverse of I, U, R, L. So, I's reverse is Y, U's reverse is V, R's reverse is R, R. Then L reverse is La, L. Okay? So, they're having Swara, Ardha Swara property in them, as they're sometimes called reverse Swaras. But they are, in the end, Avargiya Vyanjanas. Okay, we will stop here. Tomorrow we will do some exercises and quickly conclude this lesson and move to the new lesson tomorrow morning session. Okay? Thank you very much. Any questions?
So just confirming, Kavishvekaha means one amongst the poets?
Okay, yeah. Let me give the meaning of each. Yadi api, despite. Okay, that is the meaning together. Yadi api. Despite being so, that is the sense. Okay. Iti api, so also. Patanti atra, they study here. Guru Ashtakam, the eight verse accolade of Guru. Okay. Amshan patatu. So read the elements. Directive about, please focus on the essence. Don't focus on something else, on the girls moving outside the classroom. Kavishu ekaha, amongst the kavis, one. That means he is like probably in a appreciative way. Yo Kalidasahatu Kavishvekaha. I mean, he is the first amongst kavis. In the sense, eka is used in the sense of pratamaha in some places, but it may just to mean one amongst many kavis. Saptami. Pitru avasaha, the house of father. Lakritihi is the shape of the lakara. Lkara, sorry. Okay, so let us conclude. Thank you very much. Have a nice balanced day. Meet tomorrow promptly at 11 o'clock and keep plowing, guys. Thanks.
Thank you,
sir.
Further.
Thank you.